What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the PreGame Show. Today we join at the Secret Society, home to the photographers and freelancers and creators looking for a space to create. Shout out Secret Society. You can find it on IG at Secret Society. And today I'm joined with some beautiful people. Like, yo, I'm looking at some beautiful people.
Thank you.
Yo, first up, I'm with Nelo Love, aka founder of Fearless Growth. And you also are an entrepreneur, businesswoman, and a mentor, right?
Yes.
Next, I'm with Jasmin Staten.
Yes.
Jasmin Staten, also known as Capital J, right?
Capital J.
I heard that you did Project Runway.
Yes.
And I heard you're also a businesswoman, right?
I am. I have a distribution company. I do natural hair care and skincare products.
Oh my God. Yo, you're a whole businesswoman. And next, we join the one and only DWsnapshot.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy D-Dubs, DWsnapshot. That's me. So I'm here with these creative people, and they about to ask me some questions, and we about to go in. You already know.
Only on the pregame.
Only on the pregame. Okay.
So first off, I need to ask you a question, man. How do you get the name DWsnapshot? That's not your real name. You know that. Talk to us.
I mean, I'm gonna put it on the birth certificate, you know? I got DWsnapshot by, I wanted to separate myself from other people, and I wanted to be different, and I wanted to make sure I stand out the same way I want my work to stand out. So I just sat on the couch one day, and then I had DW images in me. I was like, man, I feel like DW images is really, really dry. I was like, I need something quick. Like if I pull up on somebody, and I'm introducing myself, I'm able to say DWsnapshot, and they're able to say, you know, just able to type it in on Instagram and pull me up. So I was sitting back, and Progressive came on TV, and I had 2 cars, and she was like, Snapshot.
2 cars, not 1, 2.
And she was like, you guys can get the Snapshot discount. And I was just like, man, I need a damn Snapshot discount. So then that's when I was like, hold up, DWsnapshot. Called my brother, I was like, yo, DWsnapshot, you like that? He was like, yo, that ain't fire. I was like, all right, we with it. And that was in 2014-15. And I had the name since. And ever since I went bald, now it's D-Dubs, so.
I mean, you got a professional ring to it, if you think about it. Like, you could have a monograph to DW.
Yeah, lit. I like that.
So, you don't mind asking, how old are you?
I'm between the ages of 25 and 30.
So whatever, alright.
I'm between those ages brackets.
So 25, 30.
Okay.
Alright, so you've been doing this like for how long now?
I've been in the game for 7 years total, and 4 years professional.
So 7 years, like the first 3 years you were dabbing into it, learning.
The first 3 years is when you pick up the camera and you just shooting every day. You know, you getting in the club for free, you doing this, you doing that, you just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said they need a photo shoot, you did. You know, you didn't have a business plan, you didn't know ISOs, you didn't know flashes, you didn't know Photoshop. You know, and I think by that time the age bracket, I forgot what was out, but it was just like the easy editing stuff that you could use on your phone, like Font Candy and things like that. So at that point in time, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't really a business thing to it. You know, nobody didn't teach me business, so it was just like for the first 3 years, I kind of just dibbled and dabbled and just did whatever. And the next thing you know, I sat down with mentors, and mentors were just like, yo, I love your energy, I like your route, I just want to see you go farther, so I can help you. So I sat down, I listened, and I was like, glue. Oh, I gotta do this, okay, do this, delete this, move like this, move like this. And then on top of that, I wanted to be good, I wanted to be the best. I ran track, so I was very competitive, and I just wanted to make sure I just wanted to be on top when I got into this. So that's why the first 3 years is like, Then when the 4 years came, I took the time, I studied my craft, built my craft, and just kept going, and I'm still grinding to this day forward.
Is photography something you always wanted to go into, or is it something that developed over time? You just had that creative niche, and photography is just what you fell into?
Yeah, photography is what I fell into. I mean, we're about to take it way back.
Go ahead.
This might tell the age bracket. When the Sidekick came out in the G1.
Oh wow.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yo.
Oh, wow.
That's how far I took it back.
Oh,
So
wow.
like I said, in that unprofessional bracket, I love the simple fact that when you whip your cell phone out and you capture all those moments of you and your friends.
Right.
And so that was what I liked about it.
Right.
I like the simple fact of capturing people's moments and capturing the moments.
Right.
And in photography, you know, it was in my family already because we always, you know, back in the days, you always, your grandma, your auntie, somebody got a camcorder.
Right.
So you was a kid, one of the family members who was outside the picture, but you know it was your picture you took.
No.
Oh, so that's on my family.
Yeah, so I like I said, I didn't know I was going to be a photographer.
Right.
It was one of the things, somebody was just like, let me borrow their camera. I said, well, I want to get into photography. And then he was just like, well, I'll let you borrow my camera. And we went from there. And the next thing you know, like I said, I was in that unprofessional bracket, and I came in the professional bracket, and I just started studying my craft and built it from there. So I was just running track and teaching. So I was a teacher, and I was running track, so I am coaching. So that's why now it's to a point where it's like I'm able to coach others and guide others and give them the guidance and the knowledge that they need. And that's probably why I talk the way I talk now. So
That's coach like mine.
yeah,
Coach Carter.
that's why I was like, oh man, we about to be preaching. I'm about to be preaching in here. So it's just one of those things.
I like that. I think you and I have something in common.
Okay.
We both like capturing moments.
Right.
Except I'm definitely not a photographer. I don't think I am anywhere close to your professionalism. So I'm sure everybody likes capturing moments. This is the age we're in with the phones and everything. So how do you separate the person that likes capturing moments and the professional that creates a moment?
You like money, right?
So monetizing separates
You like
the
money,
professional and the person that just likes capturing.
Talking money, right?
Oh yeah,
Talking money.
like money, right?
Yeah, no, that money.
What separates me it's just by being on top, like making sure, like when I'm doing photo shoots, how can I create the best photo and the best vision and just the best of everything in that concept, pretty much the concept. How can I catch the best concept, and that's what separates me from you, is just making sure when I'm doing photo shoots, I am capturing that person's best beauty ever. By, you know, not just complimenting them, but capturing the angles. Because it ain't just point and shoot. A lot of it is really capturing the angles to the best knowledge, making sure you know your lighting, making sure either if you do or if you don't got a makeup artist in there, if your lights go out, you know how to shoot on a natural light. You know your cool tones and this and that. So it's like, that's what separates me from the professional and the amateur person. Because I study my craft to a point where it's like I said, I gotta be the best. I ain't gotta be the best, but I gotta be very good at what I do. You know what I'm saying? And one of my boys, E.T., that I listen to a lot of him, like he said, your gift will allow you to get to where you gotta get to. And this is my gift. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to make sure not only I just capture the moment, but capture the best version of that person and give that person the best version of DW Snapshot when they work with me.
Well said. Well said.
I like that, man. Your motivation right now. Yeah, especially so. See, all right. So boom, I dabble into the photography realm, and one of the things about being a photographer I noticed is like getting paid, right? So that's one thing I want to really talk about. Like, we both like money. How do you go about talking to people like, hey, I need you to pay me for my services?
My first two terms for this is approach is everything. And then knowing the business side of things. And that's like, it's all about how you talk. It's crazy because I just said this before I came here. I always told myself I want to speak and talk like $1,000 photographer. Or I want to talk like I have a $500 rate. I don't want to talk like I got a $100 rate. You know what I'm saying? You want to come correct or don't come at all. So when it comes into that, I just always look at how I want things done. And not only do I look at how I want things done, but if you look at all of the businesses we go to, from McDonald's to Foot Locker to malls to the bodegas to all of that, and just look how they do business. I really think it come from when we was kids. If you want to take it way back, you remember when we used to play grocery store? Your mama buy you those little fake fruits and y'all got the little cashier. You're like, Dad, that's $1, you know? So we take it way back. I mean, so when it just comes to the money thing of how to get paid, like I said, I just wanted to make sure I talk like that. So I wanted to make sure my business is how I want it. and making sure that I look at another thing too before I go all the way around the corner with it. I looked at other people's prices and saw that how they did things, and then I was just like, okay, I need to do my stuff like that too. You know, I looked at the people that was higher up than me. When you sit there and you be talking to them and you be like, yo, what's your rates? Oh, I got 500 for this. 500? My work was better than those. You know what I'm saying? So you just look at their price sheet and then you can kind of just, you can go from there. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of go from there and just say, okay, this is where I value myself at.
Value.
You know, I feel like this is where I value myself at. I feel like this is the value of my work. My work is worth this, and I talk like this, and I want to be like this. So it's all about approach, though. Approach is the main thing. And especially going into now, if you want to talk on this, we can touch bases on this. Collaborations have been one of the biggest things people have been throwing out in this 2019 to 2020 era. It's all I see is, hey, we're going to do a test shoot, or I'm going to do a collaboration. We're going to do a collaboration. So one of the things I am going to have a class on is teaching photographers how to get paid off of collaborations. So a lot of these test shoots that you do, that's your time to test your business, to test to see if it's right. You know, that's your trial and your error. So they already doing a trial and error with you, so you need to do a trial and error with your business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get paid from this, if you want this to be your full time, and on top of that, this is my full time job. You know what I'm saying? I can't take no beautiful girl out with no money, and I can't look decent without no money. I can't survive without no money. You know what I'm saying? I can't put food on the table. I can't do this. I can't do that. So it's like one of those things. You want to make sure you come correct and don't come wrong. So you want to look at your value, make sure your value is high, and just look at all of that. Look at all of that.
I like that. Ladies, you got a question to ask?
No, I just like that you touched on value. I mean, value is huge. You do have the opposite side too, where you have possibly, instance in this case, photographers. Maybe, how do you know if they're charging more than they should be? Because
I can't
as
speak
a person,
for other photographers,
right,
but go ahead.
As the person, you know, that is in front of the camera, you have to kind of understand, okay, I don't study the market as much as an average photographer does. So how do I know if I'm paying the right value for my photography?
Like I said, that one's kind of hard because I can't speak for other photographers. Because, excuse me, if some photographers look at it and say, I got $10,000, I'm gonna go buy $10,000 worth of equipment, and I should be able to charge whatever I want, you know, just to make my money back, excuse me. So it don't work like that, because you gotta learn your craft, you gotta study your craft, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to do all of that stuff. And just because you got the top brand equipment, don't mean you're the best at what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's just like buying a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I got $1 million, you're gonna give me a Ferrari, but you don't even know how fast a Ferrari drive or how it go. You know what I'm saying? You crash it in the first weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it is trial and error with everything. I can't say that. Yeah. And it's either you gonna walk smack dead into a wall or not. And it go the same thing, not just for photographers, but for models. Because you do have some models who get in here and say, oh, I'm cute. I did 3 photo shoots.
Very true.
We're not about to get into that part right now.
So it goes into the models as well. You know what I'm saying? You have to study your craft, learn your craft, and be, you know, learn your value, like you said. Learn how to know how to talk business and all of that good stuff.
I want to bring it back to the point when you said that.
Hold on, we gotta go into the next break real quick, but stay tuned to the pregame show.
How was that? That was good?